Have you ever wanted to make a game like Blox Fruits? Well, the most important part about making a Blox Fruits game is the NPC quests. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make them. Unlike other tutorials, I will make it super easy to understand for beginners. You will learn how to make a decline and accept button, how to add a proximity prompt to our quest giver, and how to make an enemy NPC quest with a reward system. Now, let's get started. First thing you need to do is go to server storage, create a folder, call it remote. Inside the folder, click on the plus, and create a remote event. Name the remote event quest event. Now go to workspace and create a folder, and call it enemies. We're not putting anything in this folder yet, but we will in code. Now just make a rig. You probably don't know how to do that. So we'll just go to avatar, rig builder, and create any rig you want. Make sure it's a block avatar. So I already have a bunch of rigs over here. I'll just move it a bit out and name it quest giver. Now inside the quest giver, insert a proximity prompt and call it quest prompt. Now also in server storage, create a folder and call it enemies. This folder is going to store all our enemy NPCs. So I'll just take a random rig from here. I will call it enemy. You can call it whatever you want. Move it all the way down to move it inside the enemies folder in server storage. Now we're going to move on to the GUI part. In starter GUI, create a screen GUI. Name it quest UI. Inside the quest GUI, create a frame. Make the anchor point 0.5, 0.5. Move it in the middle of the screen and just size it. So this frame is going to be where the accept and decline button is. We'll also create a bit of info on the frame. So just customize this however you want. You can change the background color. I will make it gray. You can add a corner UI to it. The corner UI is just basically how round it is. The more value you put your corner radius as, the more round it will look. So if I just make it 10.9, it will be like this. I just want it to be a little round, so I'll just 0 and 8. Now rename this frame quest frame. And inside the quest frame, add a text label. Size this text label how you want. I'll just make it like this. Yeah, this is good. I'll do the text color 3 to white. I'll change the background color to black. I will change the font. I will just make it Dink 1. You can add a UI gradient. And rotate it. Name this quest text label to quest info. So this is like the name, it's just going to give information about the quest, about what you want the player to do, so they can decide whether to accept or decline. Now inside the quest frame, add another text label, size it to how you want. Make the background transparency 1. I'm going to make the text the same as our quest info text. The text will be... We will change the text color 3 to white and make the text scaled. Name this quest header. Now time to make the accept and decline buttons. So on the quest frame, create a text button. Make the anchor point 0.5, 0.5. So it will be centered. Add a UI corner. And name the text button accept button. You can change the background color and all. I will just make it let's make it a green. and then make the text to accept, do text scaled, and make the color white. And you can change the font. I'm just gonna change it to Dink 1. And you can add a UI gradient as well. And rotation will be 90. And we will change the transparency. So if you put this up, it will be sort of disappeared. Duplicate the accept button, move it to the other side, and basically just change the background color and text. Change the text to decline, and change the name to decline button. In the quest info, just make the text nothing. We will put that in script. Okay, so our quest frame is ready. Turn your quest frame disable visible, so it won't be seen. Now add a new frame. Make the anchor point 0.5, 0.5. Put it in the very top of your screen. This is basically gonna show you if the quest is ongoing or not. You can add a corner UI to it. Change the color. Make the background transparency 0.5. And then add a text label. That's good. Change the background transparency to 1, which means completely invisible. Change your font. Change the color. I'll make it white. Do text scaled. And just make the text empty, make it nothing. And rename this text label to current text label. And rename the frame to current quest frame. So now we're just gonna turn the visibility off. Now inside the quest UI, make a local script and call this client NPC quest. Local quest event is equal to game.server storage dot remotes dot quest event. So basically what we're seeing on this line of code is inside our game there's something called server storage, and inside that we have a remotes folder. In that remotes folder we want to get quest event. So yeah, that's basically what we're saying. Now do local quest npc is equal to workspace dot quest giver. Basically we're just getting our quest giver and storing it in a variable called quest npc. You can call these variables anything. Just remember to make it very specific to what you're assigning it to. Otherwise, if you have this rubber duck and we come after this code after 3 weeks, we're gonna be wondering what is rubber duck. Now do quest event the onClient event connect function and do event type. So basically what we're saying here is if our quest event has been fired to the client, is on the client, then connect it to a function with an event time passing. You're probably wondering why are we naming what does client mean? So basically there are two things, one called client and one called server. The client is basically behind the scenes work, detecting clicks, understanding whether our proximity prompt is triggered. Yeah, that's basically what a client is. Server is basically the stuff that shows on screen, like VFX, sound effects, doing damage, showing GUI, and so on. If quest event is equal to UI disable, if event type is equal to UI disable, then quest npc dot quest prompt dot enabled is equal to false. So what we're saying here is if our event type is of UI disable, then we're turning the proximity prompt off. So now go down the line and do else if event type is equal to UI enable, then quest npc dot quest prompt dot enabled is equal to true. So if event type is UI enabled, then we're turning the proximity prompt on so the player can interact with it. So yeah, that's basically it for the local script or client side. Now go to server script service and create a regular script and call it server npc quest. Now do local server storage is equal to game get service server storage. Basically what we're saying is inside the game we're getting a service called server storage. We need this because like our enemies folder and our remote event is inside server storage. And do local quest npc is equal to workspace dot quest giver. Now basically we're doing the same thing we did in the client. Actually just copy the code for the quest event. It will save us some typing. So yeah, we're just getting the npc and quest event. Now do local enemy and npc is equal to server storage dot enemies dot enemy. Now do quest npc dot quest prompt dot triggered connect function player. So this is just short for player. We're calling a player. Basically what we're saying here is inside a quest npc there's a proximity prompt called quest prompt. So if a player has triggered that prompt, connects to a function with player passing. Local quest GUI is equal to player dot player GUI dot. So basically we're getting our screen GUI that we made in started GUI. Now do quest UI dot quest frame dot quest info dot text is equal to whatever quest you want. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a kill NPC quest. So I'll just say, hey, there is a bandit nearby. You look strong. Take it down. Take him down and I'll give you money. Okay, so basically what we're saying here is in our quest GUI we have a quest frame. Inside that quest frame we have quest info. Like I said, it's supposed to display information about the quest. So we're adjusting the text of that quest info. So now do quest GUI dot quest frame dot visible is equal to true. So we set the visibility of the quest frame off. Now we're going to turn it on. Quest event fire client plr comma UI disable. So basically what we're doing in the client side is if the event type is of UI disable, then the proximity prompts will be off. So this is just so like we can't take quest while we're already like accept decline screen. So yeah, this is just for that. Now that we're on the take quest screen, we want the proximity prompt to be off, so the player can't like take a million quests and then have a million accept decline screens. Quest GUI dot quest frame dot accept button dot mouse button when clicked connect function. So basically what we're saying here is if we click on the accept button, then connect it to a function and do something inside this function. Now do local quest in progress is equal to instance dot new string value, and we're putting it inside the player. So basically we're creating something called a string value. It's sort of like a value with a value of text. So we're putting that inside the player, and we're storing in a variable called question progress. If you're wondering why we're doing this, it's so the game knows that if this string value is there, then the quest is in progress. Like we're still doing our quest. If it's not there, then we're not doing the quest. So this is just to let the game know. If player find for child in progress, then so if we found the question in progress, we're just gonna return. We're just gonna do nothing. So that's what return means. Else quest in progress dot name is equal to quest. Oh gosh. Now go down a line. Now do quest GUI dot quest frame dot visible is equal to false, returning the quest frame off. Now do quest GUI dot current quest frame dot quest text label dot text is equal to defeat the bandit and collect money. Now up here do quest event fire client UI disable. We're putting it inside the player. So we're sending a message to our client that we have done an action. Make sure the proximity prompt is off. Oh, wait a minute. Clone. Okay, now do enemy NPC dot name is equal to dot name dot quotation marks bandit. So we're basically doing this so that we know which player has taken the quest to defeat the bandit. So if like any other player comes in between and defeats it, they won't get like the money or prize. Now do enemy NPC pivot to quest NPC dot humanoid root part dot cframe times cframe dot new -1 comma -1 comma 20. Basically what we're saying here is we're just like making the enemy NPC go near to the quest NPC. So we're doing pivot to, so it's within a certain range near the quest NPC. Enemy NPC dot parent is equal to workspace dot enemies. So basically we're saying put it inside workspace dot enemies, the enemy folder that we made in the workspace before. Now do quest GUI dot current quest frame is equal current quest frame dot visible is equal to true. So returning, like we're making it so you can see the current quest frame. Let's take this line and put it up here, and then we'll do a wait. test.weight 2. And then just copy this line and put it down here, right there. The bandit appeared. Destroy it. So we're changing the text of the current quest frame, and we're making the visibility true so the player can see it. And after 1.5 seconds, we are bringing the enemy NPC into the workspace, and then we're changing the text to the bandit has appeared. Destroy it. So yeah, now do for I, we in pairs workspace.enemies get children and do. So basically we're setting up something called a for loop. It will just loop through these the code block inside again and again until it found what it wants. So basically what we're looping through is we're looping through our enemies folder inside the workspace. And we're seeing all the stuff inside the enemy folder. Now do if we find first child humanoid and v.name is equal to player bandit, then where are we getting an error? Oh, it's equal to. Oh, hold on. We only want to find the humanoid. So basically, make sure the spelling of this is like the same spelling as you put on line 26. And same with the capitalizations, otherwise it won't work. So basically what we're saying here is, if we find the enemy NPC, which is we, if we find it's humanoid is basically like the controller of the player. We can like deal damage to it and stuff like that. If we find humanoid and the name is same as the name over here, then continue. If we dot humanoid dot died connect function. So we're basically saying if the enemy has died, then connect it to a function. And inside that function, we're going to destroy the enemy, which is called we in our script, and do if not workspace.enemies find first child player player.name bandit, then so we're saying if our bandit of the player is not in the enemies folder inside the workspace, then do quest GUI dot current quest frame dot current quest text label dot text is equal to you have defeated the bandit. Good job. If we're not able to find the bandit in the enemies folder, then we're going to change the current quest frame's text to you have defeated the bandit. Good job. You can change this, of course. Now we're going to do wait 2. So we're going to wait 2 seconds and then quest GUI dot current quest frame dot current text label dot text is equal to nothing. Got a line underneath and quest GUI. The current quest frame dot visible is equal to false. So we're like turning it off so we can't see the current quest frame. Quest in progress. Destroy. We're removing quest in progress. Okay, so now we're gonna do local leader stats is equal to instance.new folder. Now do leader stats dot name is equal to leader stats. Leader stats dot parent is equal to player. Local money is equal to instance.new int value. money.name is equal to whatever your currency name is. Money.value is equal to 0. Money.parent is equal to leader stats. So basically, we're creating the currency that we're going to receive, and we're using something called leader stats to make it. Leader stats is basically a folder to store like all the currency, and it will show up when the player joins the game. It will show up on the leaderboard. So yeah, now we're just defining what the money is. So the money is int value. An int value is like a number value, a whole number. Money.name is equal to whatever you want to name it. And the value will be 0 now, but we'll do 0.5 player.leader stats. The money is plus equal to 100. So we're increasing the amount of money we have by 100. So this is what we're saying. Now go underneath the line and do quest event fire client and just do UI enable, and we'll put it inside the player. So we're sending a message to our client side that the action has been done. Turn on the proximity prompt so they can take the quest again. Now go underneath this line. Out of the entire accept button, now do quest UI dot quest frame dot decline button. Down mouse button one click, connect function. So if we have clicked on our decline button, then connect it to a function, do quest GUI.questFrame.visible is equal to false, returning the quest frame not, making the quest frame not visible. Now do quest event fire client UI enable player. So we're sending a message to the client that make the quest prompt enable like make the quest prompt so like people can interact with it. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's test the game and see if it works. Quest viewer interact. Oh wow. The text is going off the screen. Let's just press decline. Quest info. Let's make the text size a bit smaller. Like 15 should be good. And I just realized, you guys probably don't have anything to kill the bandit. So, you can give yourself a sword. So, sword. The sword giver. Yeah, just put the sword giver into your scene next to your quest NPC. And you can use the sword to kill the bandit. Quest giver. Yes, I got the sword. I'll unequip it. Okay. What if we press decline? Okay, it goes back to normal. We press accept. And nothing happens. Why is that? And same for here. Now let's see if it works. Okay, it works now. So let's just kill it. And for some reason, it's still there. The text is still there. It didn't grant me my money. Okay, so I got it to work now by doing a bit of changes in the script. So I did a bit of change on the text over here. Rename your enemy to bandit or whatever you have put in your string in the script. Here, use I pairs instead of just regular pairs. And declare the leader stats that money dot value is plus equals 100. Now you can also add sound effects to your script. To do that, go to audio, search coin, click on sound service. When you found a sound that you like, insert. Okay, so now we're here to local sound is equal to game.soundservice.money, or whatever your sound effects is called. Now do cast sound play. Do the same thing like if you press the decline button. So you can make a sound. So you can add a sound effect when you press decline. So now our sound effect should play. Okay, so quest giver, we interact. Yeah, and we got the money and the sound effects played. And yeah, so it works. If you guys have any errors or confusions, comment down below or join my Discord server. Now, see you in the next video.